Brian here at 5-Star Engines. And guess what, kids? It's still snowblower time. And if you remember, this is like part 3, right? So we had the problem with the fuel shut off. We fixed that because we want to be safe. And then we had the problem on this shaft here. We were missing the keyway. There was no keyway. And this pulley was slipping. The customer thought it was the belt, but as I reviewed before, it's a cog belt, heavy duty, pretty good. So I went to put the drive hub on that I had previously shown you, and it was loosey-goosey on that shaft. Now, I had measured the shaft. These are 3/4 inch shafts. When I measured our friend the hub, I found it to be almost 30 thousandths over. 30 thousandths of an inch, 0.030. Okay, fine. So I put in a call for a new pulley, and on top of how long it would take to get it, I'm going to tell you and show you that the Briggs & Stratton part number right there is 770141, and there's the price. And that doesn't include shipping and tax. Okay, so we're looking like at $130 for our friend here. But that ain't the half of it. When you spend that $130, you also get our other friend that we don't need. So it's pretty expensive. And as I told you, being a machinist for a half 100 years, and I don't like to spend money, I figured that cost was a little prohibitive for these people. So I came up with an old machinist trick. And what I did was, I have a piece of what I call, well, it's from the old days, what we call black steel shim stock. It's hardened steel. And what I've done is, I've formed it around a piece of 3/4 stock. And as you can see, it fits right up. I've notched it. It's not an endless piece. It has a notch, and it fits up on either side of that keyway. Okay, I put a new keyway in there, as I probably told you before. So what that does, that will take up the difference between our friend and the shaft. So this, what we will do is we will turn this around the right way to start with. And one thing here, like people might say, well, that might slide out. Well, no, it won't, because on the inside of our hub, as you can see through, there's the keyway. There's a flange washer, and a nut goes on there. So it just can't, like if it come loose a little bit, that shim can't slide off in this direction. And it's obviously not going that way. So all we have to do is, we're going to take and put this on here. We're only working with one hand as always. And that will, I assure you, that will slide on there. But the important thing is, it was a very careful measurement. That shaft is 0.750 right on. And we were fortunate enough that the wear on our friend the hub here, well, it brought it out to 0.780, which is 0.030 bigger, 30 thousandths of an inch. This stock, I just happen to have a piece that's about 14.5 thou, or 0.0145 thick. So it is a near perfect match. And this hub, this pulley, I assure you, when I got two hands, it will nicely tap on there, and it's not going anywhere. I've done this 100 times. Refurbishing old engine cases where a bearing spun. I put hardened shims in there and dropped a new bearing in, and these things are run a half 100 years. So there is a way. There's just a little old machinist trick to save a part that, $100 to some people, maybe not a lot of money, but to some other people, that's a pile of cash. So there's a little trick. We're going to put this together and get this back out to the customer, because cold weather is coming, kids. And we got to fix our snow blowers. So anyways, thanks for watching. 5-Star Engine Repair, Brian here. Have a great day. Oh, please subscribe and like. Thanks a lot, eh?